Alright, hey guys. Today I'm going to talk about nutrition. I haven't really talked about nutrition yet. It's mainly been a lot of topics about my Christian walk. So today I'm going to kind of talk about nutrition and kind of what I feel is optimal. What's the most optimal nutrition, and something that I've really, prayed about and dedicated myself to trying to do. Kendra and I both, as a couple. And so I like to tell people there's an order of importance when it comes to nutrition, okay? And that's just the way it is. So the most important thing is energy balance, okay? That's your calories coming in and your calories going out. You've got to make sure that you keep track of that stuff, or at least that you're aware. So what I say, a lot of times people say, well, I don't like counting calories. And I said, well, listen, there's a lot of great tools out there now. You've got MyFitnessPal, and it's a great app. It's got a scanner on it. If you're too lazy to measure stuff, you can just scan the box or whatever you're eating, and it pops it right up in there, and you can put your serving size in. And then, next to labels on food, or when you search for food in the food database on MyFitnessPal, it'll have it in measuring of grams. And that's what I do a lot. I get a digital scale, I measure stuff out to the grams, so I know, exactly what I'm getting. So that's your most important thing, whether you want to count calories or not. That's what your body's doing. It's taking them in and burning them off. So if you wanna get results, put muscle on, lose fat, gain muscle. If you have any goal of changing your body in any way, you have to know about energy balance, or you're going to be lost, just kind of guessing. And so what I suggest for a lot of people is get your portions down, measure everything out, write it all down, put it in MyFitnessPal or another food database, so that way you get a good understanding of your portion sizes. Then if it becomes second nature, then perfect. That's the goal, right? To be where you're at, or where you want to be, and it just be second nature. So that's number one. Number two is macronutrients, okay? And that is protein, carbs, and fats. Now, if your goal is lifting weights or maintaining any sort of muscle at all, basically, I would say for anybody who plans on having an active lifestyle, and muscle isn't all about just big muscles. It's a lot more. It does a lot. There's a lot of health benefits to actually building muscle. A lot of things that prevent a lot of diseases, and it's been shown to do a lot of things. So I say shoot for your body weight in protein. Okay, so whatever you weigh, that's what you eat in protein. So really, honestly, if you can measure those calories, and I use a calculation. What I do is I take my body weight times 10 times like an activity multiplier, and that can be anywhere from 1.3 to 2.3 depending on metabolism and so forth. I just shoot around the low end on 1.3, and that puts me at my maintenance calories. That's the calories I eat to not lose or gain, but just stay where I'm at. And if I'm on a cut cycle or something, then I'll subtract about, at the most 500 calories from that number a day, and that puts me at 3,500 a week, which is a pound a week of weight loss. So that's what I would suggest if you're out there watching this and you're trying to lose weight. Your body weight times 10 times 1.3 minus 500 will get your weight loss goal calorie. And then you're just going to have to guinea pig it out. You're going to have to just kind of test it and see what's best for your body. The next two things are your fat and your carbs. And this changes a lot. I'm a big believer that fat is good for your energy, that, there's a lot of benefits to using fat for energy for your body. But then I've also read studies about low carb, high fat diets being bad for the metabolism. The thing about metabolism is it's whatever amount of calories your body can eat without gaining fat. So the higher amount of calories your body can eat without gaining fat is a higher metabolism. If you can't eat very many calories without building or gaining fat, then you have a low metabolism. So a general rule, if you're between the age of 20 and 40, to start with, is about 25% of your diet should be fat, your body weight in protein, and then whatever rest of your calories should be consumed with carbs. And then, 1 gram of carb and protein is 4 calories, and then 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So you're just going to have to kind of do the math, figure that out. But honestly, like I said, if you can just follow your protein, which is your body weight, and your body weight, and then if you're on a weight loss goal, it'll come around your calories will be about 10 times your body weight, a little more like 12 times. If you can just follow those two things, you're going to go so far in your physical goals. Now, the next important thing, number 3, is micronutrients. And this is something that people kind of fall at when they're following the if it fits your macros thing. They'll follow their macros, but they don't pay attention to their food sources so much. So this is where it comes important. You see, I can eat cheeseburgers, pizza, throw some extra egg whites in there and meet my 3,000 calorie goal and have 225 grams of protein a day. I can do that and still see physical changes in my body, but I'm going to look like I'm going to feel bad, I'm going to have crashes in the middle of the day, I'm just going to look tired and just be not healthy. And there's just a lot of autoimmune diseases happening, a lot of free radicals and things that just aren't, I'm putting man-made stuff in my body. And it's something I've really prayed about. So what I've come to find out with the macronutrient stuff, the most optimal diet in my opinion is local organic food. And I brought some stuff here that I made. It's basically, I didn't make it. There's a local market in town called Howard's Organic Market. It's off like 20th and 71 around there, in the ice packing district or whatever it's called by Children's Mercy. It's like a 24-hour organic market. It's pretty sweet. But he made his own local organic Greek yogurt, and I've got some almond butter I mixed in with it, and some raw cacao, and a little stevia extract. And it's like a perfect, slow digesting, chocolatey, peanut buttery meal. I haven't put it in my Fitness Pal yet, but it's probably got it's 100 grams of Greek yogurt, so I'm guessing maybe 25 grams of protein there, another 10 from the peanut butter, like 14 grams of fat. Just a good little snack. I'm gonna go work out and do a good pull back workout. So, but yeah. So the most optimal diet, I would say, follow your calorie requirement, measure everything out, follow your protein grams per body pound a day, and then eat what's local around you. Look up local farmers. I get on kcfoodcircle.org. There's a really good Kansas City local source. They have Winter CSA on there. They have all the restaurants in town that have local food, like Bluebird Bistro, Westside Local, or if you're up north, Justice Drugstore in Smithfield, the Rieger Hotel. I know I'm missing a lot. Cafe Gratitude. Yeah, there's a lot of locations. You can get on there. They have all the restaurants listed. But, when you're eating things that are in your environment, things that are like healthy in season, it's going to be best for your body and it's going to make you feel great. Getting your fiber, making sure that you get enough fiber a day. I say 30 to 40 grams of fiber. There's a lot of things in nutrition, there really is. But, for Kendra and I, we've just really tried to stay as natural as we can. There's a book that we really, really recommend called Nourishing Traditions. And it goes into how people did it back in the old days, you're not supposed to, if you're going to have nuts and stuff like that, you're supposed to soak them, hydrate them in an oven. You're supposed to soak your grains and this is all just for digestion. And digestion is a big thing. It's huge. People with the best digestive tracts are the people that live the longest. And so, lots of information here. We have a lady where we get our raw milk from. I can't tell you because it's illegal, but we do raw milk. We just do everything from the source as much as we can. I've got a water filter in the house. It gets most of the stuff out. We don't always eat like this, but we try to the best we can. So going back to the way God made it, the way God intended to do it, And if you're a believer like me, if you look in the Bible in Deuteronomy, it talks about how we feed from the cattle, we feed from their milk, or the cattle graze the land and we feed on the cattle. And people always say, and this is something I've always said, is that milk is for babies, but honestly, this is what's crazy. If you get the non-pasteurized, like actual raw milk with the lactase enzyme, then you can only find it from raw milk. As soon as you get the store-bought or anything like that, they kill it. They pasteurize it, it kills all the digestive enzymes, it's junk. So don't drink milk from the store at all. If you're going to go to the store, get almond milk or something else. But I say find some raw milk. You gotta have to ask some people around, ask some people, some local farmer area. They kind of know the in and out of that. But the raw milk has a lactase enzyme, and here's the thing: humans are the only mammal on the planet, other than the cows, that can digest the lactase enzyme from a cow's milk. Pretty crazy. So anyways, and then meal timing is the next thing. Meal timing, very minute. I mean, it's important to kind of get protein, certain amounts of servings of protein per day, throughout the day. Every 2 or 3 hours, try to get, a little protein in your body. But as far as like carbs in the morning, carbs at night, carbs in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, it really just kind of matters where your macronutrients are, where your calories are, and then how much you burned. Honestly, I can eat my carbs at night if I wanted to. I can eat them in the morning. I'm not going to see a difference in my physicalness by meal timing. And then last but not least is supplements. Supplements are crap. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not a believer in them. I think the only thing I messed around with is creatine monohydrate. I get from Now Nutrition. I take 5 grams a day. It doesn't matter what time I take it. I just try to get 5 grams in my body a day. And then I do like a whey protein just for extra protein in the day when I can't get all the food down that I need to get to my protein requirements. So anyhow, that's pretty much the order of importance. So you got calories, your macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats. Then you have your micronutrients, like your actual food sources. Then meal timing, and then last but not least, supplements. And I actually got this information from another YouTube video, and he goes really far in depth with it. It's 3DMJ is the name of the guys, and they just break down the science. So I've taken a lot of that stuff, and then I've taken Nourishing Traditions, the local organic approach, and try to fuse it together. And I think it's pretty much optimal. Local organic foods, what's in season, what's around you. Getting meat that's pasture raised. A lot of people are really against animal proteins. I'm totally against store protein. The thing is here, a grain-fed cow's digestive system cannot digest grain. They feed them antibiotics because it makes them sick. You're eating a sick cow, and then you're going to be sick. And then people wonder why they're sick. Grass is what cows are meant to digest, and it changes the entire outlook on their bodies. Even their fat-soluble vitamins you get from a grass-fed cow is different from a grain-fed cow. You're getting CLA, more omega-3s, better fats from the grass-fed cow as opposed to a grain-fed cow. But there's tons of information. I've said a lot. I've got a lot of information. I want to just pay it forward as much as possible. But pray about it, about your nutrition. What you think God really wants you to do. But I'm here to help you guys out as much as possible. Check out kcfoodcircle.org. There's a lot of different places, like Local Pig is a great butcher shop that does all local organic food. They even have classes on how to butcher stuff. Coffee, I love coffee, but you got to get organic coffee. It is the number one crop that is the most exposed to pesticides and all the different things that are horrible. So if you're going to get anything organic, you got to get organic coffee beans. You can get them online, you can get them at the store, just find them. But anyways, lots of stuff. I get fired up about nutrition. It's changed my life. And then later on, in the later videos, I'm going to go more into the psychological stuff, the spiritual stuff with nutrition, the whole, there is no good or bad food. There's only a good or bad diet. I mean, just getting in that inclusive and not exclusive mindset. Don't think of foods that you cannot eat or that you cannot have, but what you can include into your diet, include into your life. So you don't have this deprivation and then binging eating disorder problem. But I'll get into that later. Anyways, if you like my video, like it below, subscribe, share it. I'm going to keep doing these video blogs. I'm going to keep rocking it. We're talking about fitness. We're talking about faith. We're talking about food. And we're going to get it all just fused together. So see you guys later. Thanks.